it's Mel here. Thank you so much for joining me today for our physical activation sequence. We are focusing in on the lower body. So we're working on our legs, our glutes, and our core muscles. We are working completely with our body weight. But always make sure that you are honoring your body and where you are at within your own personal health and wellness journey. So please feel free to make any adaptations you need to honor your body and the way that you move it. Feel free to stop, grab a drink, take a rest whenever you feel you need it. So I hope you enjoy today's workout. Let's get started.
Okay, coming and settling into a comfortable position, I want you to start focusing on your breath and really bringing your conscious awareness into your body. And then take a moment to appreciate the fact that you are taking this time today to honor your body, to honor your health and wellness journey. Then we're going to start to just gently move in through the body, getting into a high plank position and working in through the calves. Just alternating, pressing the heels towards the ground to feel the stretch in the calves and the backs of the legs. And just working in and freeing up the ankle joint. Across the foot over. Okay, we're working into the hips. So again, you can rock your hips just side to side. You can lift and lower the chest. Just working into the hip joints, the upper thigh muscles, the inner thigh muscles, swapping to the other side. Just working and listening to your body, feeling into your body, honoring your body and what feels right for you. This is your time. This is your time to move and activate your body. So please just work into the movements. Okay, pressing the pubic bone forward, really feeling the stretch in through the quad. And then pushing the hips back and straightening the leg to wherever you feel comfortable to feel in the back of the hamstrings. Again, just moving forward and back, opening up through the hip joint. Pressing the pubic bone forward, adding a side stretch, really reaching over the top with the arm, back into the hamstrings. Loosening up all of these muscles that we're really going to be working into today. Swapping to the other side. Start pressing the pubic bone forward. Getting that quad stretch. Then pushing the hips back a little bit, straightening the leg. Working into the backs of the hamstrings. Opening up through the hips, getting that nice widening in through the hips, stretching all the muscles. Adding a side stretch. Back into the hamstrings again. Just feeling, allow your body to feel the stretch wherever it is honoring of your body. Now we're just focusing on the inner thigh muscles. Again, you can keep the torso upright or you can really bend into it. Wherever feels right for your body. Now the side. Just really breathing into the stretch. Again, you can have a little bit of a rocking or forward and back action into it, just to loosen up through the muscles and the joints of the body, preparing us for our muscle activation today. From the high plank position, I'm going to step the foot around. The important thing here as we start this sequence is that the shoulders stay right over the wrists, and that we remain really strong in through the upper body, in through the torso. When you're doing this movement, try and land with the heel as opposed to the toes or the front of the foot. We're going to be landing with the heels. Not only does it give us a better stretch, but it also helps to activate the glutes as we're pushing back. Right, coming into the 4-point position. We're going into the spinal balance, and just a short hold each time we lift that opposite arm and leg. Just having a short pause. Okay, really working the muscles in that diagonal across the back of the body, through the shoulder, into the glutes and the leg. We're trying to be as long as what we can from the fingertips down through the body on that diagonal line to that opposite heel. Really trying to squeeze the glutes, holding the core nice and strong. Again, hips should be over the knees, shoulders should be over the wrists, keeping the body nice and in line. Pushing the pubic bone forward, working through the core muscles. Now from here, we're going to come up into the high plank and then bring the foot forward again. Again, really strong in through the upper body, holding the position nice and tight while we bring the legs around. And just really bending into just a little drop of the hips, just to increase the stretch, to really work in that mobility of the hips. So when you're taking the foot back, don't take it back too far. Okay, you want to keep that body weight forward to really engage the core muscles. Alright, going back into the spinal balance. Being long through the body. And again, here it's really important that we keep working with our breath. Breathe through the movements. Really working into drawing that shoulder blade back, having that thumb face up towards the ceiling, drawing the shoulder blade in, squeezing the glutes, being long through to the heel, and keeping those hands and the knees coming back into the right position, directly under the shoulders and directly under the hips. Back to stepping the foot forward. Again, it doesn't matter where you're stepping forward to, depending on where you're at with your hip mobility. But as you get better, you are working towards really getting that heel and that foot right up next to your hands. That's really important. We're working on a little bit of upper body strength here too. Definitely in through the core. Alright, one more time in through the spinal balance. Make sure you are setting yourself in a really strong starting position. Really focus, keeping the core strong this whole time, pushing the pubic bone forward, drawing up through all of the core muscles, being long through the body. Stretching, even though we're putting tension, okay, and working on our strength here, we also want to make sure that we are being nice and have long lines through the body. Keep working on your breath, and just sink the hips back, just stretch it out a little, take a moment to reset, check in with your body, be really present in this time that you are dedicating to your journey. Alright, back into the higher plank position. And we're just going to alternate, lifting one leg up at a time. Again, stay strong in that base high plank position. Core on, trunk nice and strong, shoulders over the wrists. Just leading with that heel, squeezing the glutes as we lift the leg. We're going to step one leg forward and then lift up and hold that low lunge position. Get a little bit of heat into the legs. Make sure you're pressing through that front heel. And we're going to change over legs. Set yourself in that low lunge position. Again, if you don't want to lift the arms all the way up, you can keep your hands as supports on the ground if that's where you are at. Back to lifting the legs, one at a time, at a pace which suits you. Because we want to make sure that we're holding our core strong the whole time that we are doing this. Again, step one leg forward for the lunge hold. Pressing through the heel. Staying nice and strong in our legs. Other side. And squeezing all of those leg muscles. Squeezing into the glutes, pressing in with the inner thighs. Lifting the legs again. Make sure that you're always returning to that nice, strong, high plank position with the shoulders over the wrists and the feet coming directly back down. Strong in through the core, holding it firm the whole time to support your trunk, your hips, your lower back. Into the lunge. Pressing through that front heel, legs nice and strong. Swapping over. Setting yourself and really holding strong in the legs. And again, take a moment to reset. Really bring your awareness into your body and what you're feeling into your body. Okay, from this 4-point position, just pressing the heel back. Really squeezing the glutes as that leg shoots back. But this whole time we're staying strong in this trunk position. Shoulders over the wrists, knees coming back down directly under the hips. Or keeping our body in a nice, strong alignment and continually working those core muscles to support us in this position, in that trunk position, so that then we can move our extremities. Alright, coming over to a little crouching position. And then we are going to be moving from side to side. Now you need to work at a level here which is right for you. If you need your hands for support, you can do that. If you can't get your heel all the way onto the ground, you can leave it elevated and then work on getting that heel down onto the ground. Just pushing through, working from side to side. And then we're going back into that 4-point position and pressing the heel back. Keep your awareness in through the trunk, keeping nice aligned through the shoulders and the hips. Working those core muscles, pushing the pubic bone forward, drawing up through the abs or the core muscles. And really pressing that heel back. Squeezing the glutes every time you press that heel back. Alright, coming back into the side position. Alright, we're going to see those variations here. If you need to use your hands in front for support, you can. And again, here I've just got that heel elevated. So you're just up a little bit higher. If you can't quite get the reach and don't have the flexibility to have the heel on the ground, you can keep it elevated. Just gives you an idea of what you can be working towards as you improve in this particular movement pattern. Alright, one more time, shooting that leg back, and pressing back with the heel, squeezing the glutes. Last time on the other side. Staying strong in the torso. Again, remember, keep coming back and checking back in with your breath. Okay, one more time, side to side. Here it is again, back on the heel. Again, you can still use your hands if you're needing the extra support and balance. And again, keep working through those core muscles to be nice and strong in the trunk as you move side to side. Right, take a moment just to transition onto the back. Take a few deep breaths. Right, going into hip extensions. So try and get the heels nice and close into the body. And then really lifting the hips high. Press the hips up off the ground, pushing the pubic bone forward. Again, squeezing the glutes as we lift. Again, have an awareness of the core muscles. Okay, bring the knees up over the hips. And we are going to hold. So you just need to find where it is right for you in relation to where your knees and your feet are. Just have a level of resistance coming in through those lower core muscles that you can maintain your pelvis position, so that you can keep drawing down in through those lower ab muscles to be supporting your lower back in that neutral spine position. Keep breathing through. Bring your conscious awareness to your breath, to your core muscles, to the position of your pelvis, and release. Reset for the hip extensions. Pressing those hips up as high as you can. Have your hands in a position that is comfortable for you, up across your chest, or if you need the extra balance, you can have the hands down by your sides on the ground. Whatever is going to honor your body the best. Okay, lifting the knees up again. Getting into the right position for you so that you feel the tension. Again, you can have your hands up, you can have your hands down on the ground, you can have the elbows touching. They're all variations that you can try out to find what suits you the best. Just make sure that you're working on your breath, really drawing down in through those lower ab muscles and supporting that pelvis positioning so that your back is in that nice, ideally neutral spine and not lifting up off the ground as we go through this hold. If you find that it is lifting up, you can draw your knees and your feet closer into your body to ease off a bit. Here's another arm variation for the hip extensions. Just make sure that you're pressing up through the heels, really pushing that pubic bone as forward as far as you can, squeezing the glutes. Just having that nice, just second pause at the top, just to really hold that squeeze, just bring that conscious awareness, okay, to the body and the positioning in that top phase. Alright, knees up over the hips again. Focus on your breathing. What we want to try and work towards is just being really conscious, being really present when we are moving our body, really tuning into our body, listening to our body, feeling how our body moves, becoming an expert in ourselves, in our bodies, and in how we move. So try and stay present, stay in the moment, stay engaged in the movement, in the muscles that are working, how your joints are feeling, how your breath is going. And release. Alright, we're going to come up into a hip extension. And we're going to do a little leg pattern here. So we pull the knee to the chest, we extend it out, we lift it up, we lower the leg, and we pull the knee back into the chest, and we lower. And you can keep going with that pattern. If you want, you can just bring the knee to the chest and extend the leg straight up into the air without going out. If putting the leg out is a little too challenging for where you are at, then you can just go straight up, pull the knee in and down. Again, you need to find what is honoring of you and your body with where you are at. We want to make sure that we are always pressing through the heel, the leg that is on the ground. Pushing that pubic bone forward, drawing and using all those core muscles, and continually squeezing in with the glutes. Keep working with your breath. And if you get a little confused with the movements or you get it a little bit out of sequence, that's absolutely okay. Alright, we are going to move over onto our side. We want to make sure that we stay stacked here with our shoulders, our hips. We are just lifting that leg directly to the side, directly laterally. Lead with the heel and really working on utilizing those outer thigh muscles. Just a little lift using the outer glutes and the outer thigh muscles. Just get that little squeeze. Lead with the heel. And staying strong through the upper body. Alright, here we're going back to our leg combo. Whichever way you feel like doing it that is honouring of you. If you want to, you can simply just lift one leg up and place it straight back down. Or you can simply lift and hold the actual hip extension position. If that's where you're at, then that's absolutely perfect. And you can just work on doing a hold. Again, focus on your breath. Focus on your core. Bring your awareness to what you are feeling. Is the pressure in your foot? Is it in your heel? What are you feeling in your hips? What are you feeling in your legs? Really tune into your body. Get to know your body more as we complete these movement sequences. Okay, moving back onto the side for the leg lifts. Remember, get into a good, strong starting position. Keep those hips stacked on top of each other. Lead with the heel, so slightly tilt the toes down. And just that little lift. Squeezing in through those outer thigh muscles. Other side. Okay, back onto the back. I'm going to go one more time through this leg pattern in that hip extension position. Again, pressing through the heels. Either simply hold. You can do alternating lifts off the ground with the leg. You can lift the leg straight up and down. Or you can do this combination where we pull the knee to the chest, we extend out straight, we lift up, we pull, we go down, chest and back. Keep coming back to the breath. Keep coming back to squeezing the glutes, pressing the heel into the ground and those core muscles. We are almost finished with these. Okay, coming back to the side, one more time each here. Other side. Keep leading with that heel. Right, coming into that 4-point position, and then into the high plank, and we're coming into a deep squat position. So we're sending the body weight back, the heels are coming, the glutes are coming into the heels, and then we're pressing forward. So it's like a horizontal squat. Don't keep the body pressing forward, really strong in through the core to support the torso. But you want to try and get as deep as you can into the movement. Knees come towards the ground as the hips go back. We are going to step forward and then rotate and hold. And change to the other side. Foot comes to the outside of the hand, and then that hand lifts up. We rotate and we hold, strong in the legs, strong in through the core. Back to the high plank, then back into the squat, the horizontal squats. Knees head towards the ground, glutes head to the heels, and then we press forward. Strong in the abs. Well, you're going to feel the heat here in the legs, but try and push through it as hard as you can. Keep getting deep into the movement. Keep working with your breath. Keep strong in through the torso. Keep working those core muscles. Leg to the outside and rotate and hold. Keep the fire in the legs. Other side. Great. Let's go again. Get set in your starting position. Really deep into the movement. Strong in through the core. Keep working those legs. We're almost at the end. And hold forward, bring the leg around and rotate. Other side. And rotate. Okay, just sink it back. Come back to the breath. Bring your awareness fully into your body. Then just come up. We're going to start to just wind it down. Come back and just go through these stretches again. Push the pubic bone forward. Feel the stretching through the front thigh. Push the hips back a little bit. Stretch into the hamstrings. Again, this is a time for you to just move in to these movements. You can move the hips, you can move the ankles, you can move a little side to side. This is all about just loosening up and feeling into your body following the workout. Just feel into it. Press the pubic bone forward, nice and tall in the chest. Keep focusing on your breath. Put the foot across. Again, we're just opening up through the hips, just rolling from side to side. And bring the chest down if you wish. Feel the stretching through the glute and the inner thigh. Changing over. Again, just a little roll side to side. Lower the chest if you like. Just breathe into the stretch. Again, working into the calves. Loosening up those ankles again. I'm going to come into the side again. Really open out through the inner thighs. And the other side. 4-point position. We're just going to spend a moment here, just stretching through the sides of the body, and just arching the back, dropping the chest, stretching out through the torso. Again, you can move the hips side to side. Again, this is just about feeling into the movement, feeling into your body and what makes it feel good after this physical activation. Nice long body stretch. Really stretching from the fingers right down to the heel through the side body. Again, just stretching however it feels right for you in this position. And then we're just going to simply come back to our breath. Be present in your body. Spend a moment just to be grateful that you have had the opportunity to spend this time today physically activating your body, dedicating to your health and wellness journey, to being at your best. Time dedicated to honouring you and your journey. Thank you for allowing me to be part of it. Take a few final deep breaths and set your intentions for moving forward into the rest of your day. Thank you.